This is Karen Ranzi of Feel Fabulous with Food, and I am here today with Dr. Fred Mushkat. Fred has come on some of my Love Raw Food and Yoga Costa Rica retreats with his wife. I've gotten to know him a bit, and I just love that he is, it has been an over 40-year emergency room medical doctor and believes in the benefits of healthy plant-based diet and lifestyle. Fred, I wanted to ask you a few questions. First of all, how did you come to believe in the benefits of a vegan and raw food lifestyle and just overall healthy way of living?
Well, I'll try to keep this short, but when I was a medical student, I saw the cardiologist telling patients to cut down on their salt to avoid hypertension and other problems. And I thought, why wait until I have heart disease to start trying to improve my health? Why not do it immediately? So I started following a no added salt diet and became a vegetarian just as a matter of course doing that. And I was a vegetarian for about 25 years, and my wife had a lot of allergy problems with food, and we decided to experiment. We tried veganism and went immediately into a raw vegan type of experience. And one year we decided we would have a raw vegan Thanksgiving, and we tried it, and it was wonderful. It was all kinds of novel foods. And it made us feel better. And I thought, gosh, I wonder what it would be like to do this for a few days in a row. And I tried that, and it was great. And I extended it and did a week in a row. And then I finally did 3 weeks. And I thought, this is it. I feel so much better. I'm thinking much more clearly. My wife feels better. And this was at a time when physicians were starting to say, well, maybe you should eat more vegetables or put more greens in your diet. And now that's become sort of a standard thought that one of the things one can do to improve lifestyle from a physician's point of view is to eat more green leafy vegetables. And they don't push the raw issue too much, but uncooked food clearly has more nutrients than cooked food. And I think back on the arguments that I started with in 1975 when I became a vegetarian and thought to myself, gee, our anatomy isn't really built for eating cooked food. First of all, we don't have the molars of all the other carnivores on the planet. We have flat molars for crunching, like apes and monkeys do. The carnivores on the planet have much sharper molars for shearing and tearing meat. We also don't have the digestive tract for it. Our digestive tract is the type of system that you see in herbivores. You don't see it in carnivores who get the meat out quickly before it spoils internally. And I started thinking in these directions and took it all the way to where I am now, and I can't conceive of going back.
That is wonderful. Now, how come most medical doctors are giving drugs before they're suggesting to their patients to change their diet and their lifestyle?
I think it all comes down to teaching. I've said this to a number of people in my experience in medical school. I know exactly how much time I was taught about nutrition, and the answer is 0 hours. We didn't have a single lecture on the importance of nutrition in 1972 when I started medical school, 1973 when I started medical school. Doctors are also taught that medications are the treatment for whatever problem you have. And just to give an idea how powerful this lobby is, one of the medical schools in New York City was starting an integrative medicine program in which they were teaching their physicians not to use medications, but to use diet and lifestyle to alter health. And one of the large pharmaceutical companies said, we will no longer provide grants to your medical school if you continue along these lines. And the school dropped it, sadly. But that's the power of lobbying and the power of the pharmaceutical industry. And it's not that doctors are prejudiced against all the problems that go along with not teaching people to eat right. but they're taught that way, and that's the only thought they have on it. And they become like their patients, thinking that the cure to something is easy and fixable by just taking a pill, rather than taking personal responsibility for one's life and making an effort to improve their lifestyle and then not need the pill.
Yes. Wow, that is really a great thing to hear, especially from a medical doctor who has seen clearly the benefits of a plant-powered and raw food lifestyle. And my last question for you is, like going forward for you and in your life, I know that you totally integrate this lifestyle, and you and your wife are an excellent support to each other. Where do you think it will take you down the road, as far as like, do you think it has an effect on life expectancy?
Well, I certainly hope so. But the way I approach this is this: when people started asking me, even in the 70s, if I thought I was going to try to live longer by being a vegetarian or becoming a vegan, my answer is that who knows what life is going to bring next. But there's an issue about the quality of your life, which is more important than anything else. And I remember something from when I was a teenager. I saw ads for the Peace Corps, and the ad was a sign of a palm, and it said, "This is your lifeline. It doesn't matter how long you live. It's what you do with it that's important." And I've kind of taken that idea with the idea of our lifestyle and diet and think the same thing. If I live another 20 years or if I live another week, it doesn't matter. What matters is it makes me feel so well now, and living in the moment. This is the way to be. But I think that there's no doubt in my mind that if you've got triggers for heart disease or triggers for cancer built into your genetic code, then following this type of lifestyle may help keep that trigger from being pulled. And it can make a huge difference in people. And I certainly hope that this will help me and everyone else that does it. And I have every expectation that it will.
Yes. Yeah, that's what some people say to me, Karen, you're not going to live forever. Why are you doing this? And that's exactly what I say, what you were just articulating. You can't predict everything, but I want to have the highest quality of life while I'm here on this planet. And
Right.
so I thank you so much. It was really wonderful to talk with you as a medical doctor about diet and lifestyle. And I hope that everybody listening gets a really good, a good tip from you about how to live your life. Thank you so much, Dr. Mushkat.
Thank you, Karen. I appreciate the opportunity to voice these opinions.